Good morning. This is Dr. Rajendra Mauri, and today I am going to discuss about principles of landscaping. Principles of landscaping. So, as you know, in landscaping, this word came from two words, land plus scape. So, how we can beautify that piece of land by using the available flora and fauna. So this one is the main thing in landscaping. Okay. So our main objective for beautification of surroundings in landscaping. So during the beautification of surrounding areas, we are using the available flora and fauna. That is part of the softscape. And also we use hardscape, non-living materials too. So important thing in this topic is this have certain principles for beautification, or we can use available flora and fauna as well as non-living material for hardscape anywhere. So this one is the prime objective of this topic. So the importance of landscaping is now realized by everyone in the world. The garden serves the purpose of public recreation by refreshing the body and the mind. So they are virtually a retreat for the public from the harsh strains and stresses of public life. So I mean throughout the world or on the earth anywhere, the importance of landscaping plays great role because the garden serves the purpose of public recreation by refreshing the body and the minds. So I mean if any people are under stress, so if they will visit any beautiful garden, they will watch beautiful shrubs, trees, flowers, foliage, as well as some animals like butterflies, deers, monkeys, birds, etc. So they will feel refreshed and their mind will be rest. So they will, those people can feel stress free. Or regarding the refreshing the body, for example, in hot summer, if we are feeling uncomfortable, so in beautiful garden, when we will sit under the tree, so that will provide the cooling effect that is due to transpiration. And also, plants or green plants, in the process of photosynthesis, they release the oxygen. And that is very important for our respiration. So when we will sit under the tree, so our mind or our body will feel refreshed. For body, we will get some cooling effect, as well as we will get the fresh oxygen for respiration. And landscaping is done with a view to create a natural scene by planting of lawn, trees, and shrubs. So I mean in landscaping, when we will do the landscaping, In landscaping, our main objective to create the natural scene, natural scenery. So how we can create that? As a background, we can grow creeping grasses to make the lawn, and also in the back area we can plant the trees, and in the foreground we can plant the some shrubs, and also we can grow the some flowering beds that will also get the nice effect to increase the beauty. And also other non-living things like the driveways, walkways, aging, fountain, running water, etc. So it is the imitation of nature in the garden and improves the total living environment of the people. So now doubt it will increase the total living environment of the people. We live in a vast planet which is characterized by different types of landscaping depending upon prevailing geographical and agroclimatic conditions. Geographical and agroclimatic conditions. Agroclimatic conditions means that is for agriculture. So we can say the at that particular uh, climatic conditions, we can grow the certain vegetations, so they can flourish well. They enhance the beauty of that particular area. So there are mountains. That is the part of geographical conditions. There are mountains, hills, glens, valleys, seas, rivers, forests, plains, deserts, lakes, swamps, streams, etc. So these features can also enhance the beauty, and they can create the pleasure for us. So which comprise the major part of natural landscape. Man has copied the natural elements for improving landscape around him and converted certain areas in the form of garden for his pleasure. So this one is the very important things. So in this, in developing the beautiful landscaping, we need the some basic principles. So which basic principles are important? So we will discuss these. So before actually driving the master plan, the following points should be kept in mind in home landscaping. Before actually drawing the master plan, the following points should be kept in mind in home landscaping. So in this, number one, background. So the background in a garden, whether a wall, tall trees, or a hedge, should be neutral in nature. So we can say the in tall hedge, green foliage in tall hedge can create the nice background. And also, for example, we have the big wall, and opposite that, if we are growing the some flowering shrubs, some trees, so they can create the nice view. And tall trees also we can use. So that is to say this should not become a distracting feature over the main feature of the garden. So I mean, as a background, you are using the wall, tall trees, or we can say the hedge. So it should be neutral in nature. So just opposite of that, if you are growing the any flowering shrubs, then they can enhance the beauty due to contrast. Okay, and in other form background, we can use also the lawn, or that is the turf, that we can also use as a background. Then contrast. So the design should be such that it should break monotony to achieve this. A variation in form, texture, or color has to be brought in. So I mean the landscape designing, it is very important, and main purpose of this important principle contrast is, if we are using the same thing, that will create the monotony, and in terms of the contrast, our main purpose to break the monotony. So for example, if we are growing the nice flower roses, red roses, or we can say the hibiscus, or any other plant that bears the beautiful flowers. So if on the ground we have the nice lawn, so it will be a background, and just opposite to green color, red roses or red hibiscus flowers looks very attractive. So that is the main thing. So it should be contrast. So in this, just better if we are using the just opposite color, or other things to use in contrast to achieve contrast is variation in forms. Maybe oval form, triangular, or vertical growing cones. So that is different thing, and texture is also very important, and color. So any contrast should be in any form, like form, texture, as well as color. So for color, already I gave you example. Then balance or proportion. So this one also very important principle in this. So a balance has to be maintained between different components, masses, forms, color, etc. of a garden. So I mean, for example, if we have in our garden hedges, driveways, walkways, or maybe in some part is rockery, or we can say the lanterns, fountains, lawn areas, strawberry borders, hibiscus borders. So I mean, the all features of a garden should have perfect balance, or we have perfect proportion. I mean, in this, if we are developing in some part is rockery. So if rockery is great, covering the large area, and other features is low. No. So it should be well balanced, and we can say they have right proportion. So in a formal garden, this is achieved by balancing the quantity or by objects. Whereas in an informal garden, this can be achieved by planting a small mass of color in front of large neutral mass. So overcrowding of plants or other garden features should be avoided. So I mean, in balance or proportion, we should avoid the overcrowding, and we should give the proper emphasis of all features in garden to make balance. So it will be attractive. Otherwise, in case of the imbalance, or if you are not using the proper proportion, so instead of the beauty, it will overwhelm visitors. Open center. the central area of the garden should be left out of any items of major interest. So, in terms of the open center, main objective in our garden, we should keep the open central area of the garden. So the best way to achieve this is to have a lawn which also give an effect of largeness to the property. A specimen served in the center of the lawn is unsuitable as this counter the principles of spaciousness, but a tree branching at high levels from the ground could be planted. So I mean the main objective of this topic is we should try to keep the open space in the center, and that place we can grow the grasses to make lawn. So lawn area can uh, revert the large area. It indicates this open space is large enough. Or if opposite, if you are growing the trees, shrubs, etc., so that due to overcrowding, it will distract the beauty of garden. Repetition. So in repetition means the any feature of a garden. If we are creating again and again, so I mean the if we are repeating that, that is the repetition. So the repetition or duplicating some features of a garden helps achieve rhythm, balance, and unity. So just we can take, for example, standard. If we are developing the standard, so at particular distance, we have to repeat again. Then same distance we can leave and we can repeat again. And in case of the formal style gardens, these features just we can repeat uh, symmetrically in both axis, both parts of the central axis. So it can create rhythm, or it may make the balance, and also all these features can combine and it make unity in the garden. So in a formal garden, generally the same features is repeated. But for an informal designs, this need not be so. So here one may repeat the color tone without disturbing the texture, form and quantity. So I mean the yes, in formal style garden, yes, we have to repeat the same features at particular interval. Or we can say the in case of the informal garden, it is not hard and fast. But if we are repeating the color tone without disturbing the texture and form or quantity, no doubt it will enhance the beauty of garden. So if there is a circular path, this can be repeated by having 2 or 3 consecutive circular shaped beds of annual flowers, hedges, shrubbery border. So thus though the shape is repeated, the variation in texture, color and form ensure that the design does not look monotonous. Rhythm. A landscape designer should have an artistic sense to understand how to bring in rhythm in the design. So arranging the different elements haphazardly without harmony does not enhance the beauty. So harmonious lines, often artistically curved, bring rhythm to the landscape. So a group of shrubs in front of the rockery breaks the rhythm. So repetitions of certain elements such as form enhances the rhythm. So I mean the garden, if we are developing the so many features, so all features should be in well rhythm. I mean the all features looks merged together. That is the rhythm. Variety to break the monotony in a garden. Variety is essential. This is achieved by contrast of color, form, and texture. So planting of different seasonal flowers, all in red color, does not necessarily means variety. So I mean in variety, we have to include the different features, or if we were talking for the flora, then we should plant the various kinds of plants. In trees, many species of trees that bear the different color flowers. For shrubs, different types of shrubs in terms of the height, tall, medium, and dwarf, as well as bears the large number of different colors flowers. Or maybe some plants are deciduous in nature, and some plants are evergreen. And also in the just opposite to shrubbery border or tall trees, we can grow these some seasonal plants of various colors. So we can see the different varieties, different species, annual flowers we can grow in the flowering beds. So that will enhance the beauty of the garden. So besides these, the designs should be simple, easy to maintain, and provide comfort for inmates. So these are the very important features. So these are the very important features in a garden. So variety means I mean just we are taking the example. I mean if we are using the only hedge. So only hedge is not creating the beauty in our garden. But I mean other than the hedges, if we are using the some fountains, flowering beds, lawn, or some beautiful shrub, shrubs that bears the variety of colors, colorful flowers, then it enhance the beauty of that garden. So besides the design should be simple, easy to maintain, and provide comfort for inmates. So I mean the in landscape designing is very important. It should be simple. So landscape design should be simple, not too complicated. And also, if you are developing the different features in a garden, so it should be easy to maintain, because garden development is not too steady task, but maintenance is very problematic. So I mean we should plant variety of trees, shrubs, annual flowers, haze, etc. So that should be easy to maintain. So in terms of the water requirement, in terms of the nutrients, in terms of the training pruning, etc. And also all these features should provide comfort for inmates. So these features are very, very important for enhance the beauty in that. So in terms of the balance is also we have to maintain. So we should give the equal emphasis to all features so that can create the beauty and not overwhelming. So it is very, very important. Rhythm, repetition. So I when the in repetition, I would like to make the very easy to understand this. You have seen the electric poles. So I mean the electric poles in both side of the driveways or road. You can see these poles at equidistance. These poles are repeating again and again. So same thing in our garden. In both direction of the driveways or walkways, lanterns we repeat again and again at equal intervals, and the that lantern should be same in structure. Okay. Or if we are taking the example of living materials, for example, for avenue trees, then it should be grow at equal distance. So if you have seen then Asoka tree, Polyalthelia longifolia variety pendula, that is foliage beauty plant, and that one is the vertically growing peculiar plant. So I mean if that plant is repeating at every 3 meter distance, then we can repeat at equal distance. So in both side of the driveways, it will create the beautiful, nice looking on that. So this one is the example. Or in case of the avenues, if we are growing the tall shading trees, then for example, if you know the Bahunia variegata, or you know the Cassia fistula. So Bahunia variegata that bears the very beautiful flowers. That is, we can say the pinkish white in color. So that Bahunia variegata plant we can repeat at particular interval. Or for example, if we are growing the Bahunia variegata along with the Cassia fistula bears the yellow flowers. So I mean we can grow these plants at alternate interval. So this one also make the nice beautification of the garden. So just I gave you example of 2 tree species. Other than you can also include the Gulmour, that is Dallonyx regia, and if you know African tulip tree, that is the Spathodia campanulata, and many other kinds of. Okay. And also if we want to take, for example, in garden, it's uh, near the walkways. So in both sides, we can grow the, the Thoja compacta, common name that is the Moorpanki. So Thuja compacta also we can repeat at particular interval, and we can make the balance in the both sides. So it can enhance the beauty of that garden. So it is very good examples of repetition. Or in case of the open center, for example, if we have the small size gardens, or if you are planting the tall trees and shrubs, so all tall trees and shrubs, it will be, we can say, it overcrowded. So in that case, large area is also looks small due to overcrowd. Or if we have the small area, then we can plant the some shrubby plants, and in the central part we have to leave open. So if we are leaving the open that part, so it will show like the large area, and in that central open space we can grow the grasses. In grasses, cyanodon dactylon. So in cyanodon dactylon variety selection one, that creates the nice texture and beautiful lawn. And other than these is also some species of zoysia grass. Zoysia metrella, Zoysia tendifolia, all these. So we should also give the emphasis of open central area. And in case of the background color, it should be neutral. So if it is neutral, then in background plants like annual plants, shrubbery plants, or any other kinds of plants, when they will bear the flowers, or in opposite in background is neutral color. So it will create the contrast, and if that creates the contrast, then it enhances the beauty at multiple fold. So this one is the very important objective of this. So now I would like to thanks for giving your kind attention, and this was my presentation. Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Moria, and today I am here to discuss about horticultural usage of ornamental plants. So, what are ornamental plants? Any plant that have aesthetic value is known as ornamental plants. And for these ornamental plants that have the aesthetic value, how we can use in as a horticulture in landscape. So all these things we will discuss today. Hedges. Hedges, in hedges, we grow the perennial plants in continuous series to make a green ball known as hedge. So normally height of hedge plants is 45 to 60 centimeters in tall. Or so in this, our main purpose to protect the area from the outside animals. So this one is the protective. Okay. This haze we create to make the boundary wall, living boundary wall. So what kind of plants we can use in this one is the various examples. Durinta plumeri. So in Durinta plumeri is also various varieties like golden, green, and variegated. And another one is the Clerodendron inermi, and also we can use the Lawsonia alba, that is the henna, and we can also grow the Muraya, Limonia, Bougainvillea, so various. Or in this one, we can create the haze, simple one, just straight, just like a wall. Or on that straight one, we can also, on the top, we can create the various designs in angular shape. So we can say with the help of the haze shear, we can make the cut and make the zigzag angular form. So in upward, we can give the opposite V shape, triangular shape, and also the in some cases we can give the semicircular shape too. So that are the designs we can create what you want. And on this slide, right side image, you can see this is not straight. This is the undulated. So by the process of training, with the help of the ACR, we can also give this type undulating shape or undulating designs to we can make the attraction point also of this age. So this age is protecting or just like the screening, demarcation, outside area is out or inside is inside. Other than this, undulating shape is also point of attraction. So in this one, I told you like Clerodendron inermis, this is the highly salt tolerant and drought tolerant. So in those areas, they have the water scarcity as well as the salt content high. We can grow the Clerodendron inermis. Except that hedges are different types like the protective hedge and productive hedge. Protective, we can grow the like Lao, Sonia, Alba, Clerodendron inermis, even the Bougainvillea, Limonia, they have the sharp thorns, so that is the protective hedge. Or in case of the protective hedge, if we are growing the uh, Karonga, Erica carindus, so that I have thought, so that will work as a protective hedge as well as that produce the edible fruits. So protective as well as productive, both kind of hedge. If you are growing the bougainvillea, that also have the sharp thorns and also the drought tolerant, and that bougainvillea plant wears the beautiful bracts, colorful. So that is the aesthetic haze too. Okay. Aging. So actually aging may be living or non-living. So aging we can use the both kind of plants. So in this one the height is small, up to 30 centimeter is height. And main purpose of this aging is demarcation. So for example, from lawn area to flowering beds, we can demarcate. So in bottom picture, you can see this side is the lawn area and this is the water pond. So we are growing here purple heart plant. So this plant is aging. So this one is the separating the uh, water garden and lawn area. So this is a demarcation, and this is the main purpose of aging. So this one we can use the living or non-living both. So in non-living we can use the stones, bricks, concrete, and even the wooden, plastics, etc. Topiary. Topiary is a sculptured design with the help of plant material. So for example, if we are giving the any particular shape like animals, birds, or any play tools, etc. So you can see a elephant, doors, horse, monkey, donkey, all these things. So with the help of the perennial plants, if we are giving the any particular desirable shape, that is known as topiary. So in this suitable plants are Clerodendron inermis, Durenta plumeri. These are the suitable plants. Arches. So I mean in our garden, if we are creating the entrance door, that is the arc. Or if these structure we are continuously creating on the driveways or pathways, that is known as arches. So arches is plural of arc. Pergola. Pergola is continuous series of arches. So this one we can create in the semicircular form, rectangle form, or maybe top is in triangular form. So this one is known as the hedge. In this one, first we create the structure with the bamboos or woodens as well as the GI pipes, and on that we have to climb the vines and climbers. Bedding plants. Bedding plants in the plain area, or we can say the lawn areas, we can create the some beds, or in these beds we can beautify with the help of the seasonal plants, that is the bedding plants. And similarly other term is carpet bedding. So in carpet bedding, similar like on the cart, we can design the live like birds, flowers, leaves, etc. Because in seasonal plants we have the variety of collections of different type of flowers, so that we can use. Standard. So in standard we can grow a single stemmed plant, and after a particular height, that is the 60 centimeter or 1 meter height. So in standard, full standard is 1 meter height. We don't allow up to 1 meter height, don't allow the any side growth, but just about 1 meter height we have to do headed back, and we allow the side branches, and we can give that canopy shape is in all shape, round shape, or cone shape, etc. That is the standard. Cut flowers. In cut flowers is three things important: long stem, more petalage, and opening slowly is known as cut flowers. Good examples: roses, chrysanthemum, carnation, gladiolus, tuberose, alstroemeria, anthurium, orchids, etc. So cut flowers plays very important role in modern time, and especially we use for the flower arrangement and bouquet making. Cut greens. Cut greens also very important. Is similar like cut flowers. In cut greens, the long stem and attractive foliage, and that can long lasting for long time. So these is the we can say the space filling material along with the cut flowers. So we use in flower arrangement and bouquet making. Flower arrangement. You can see this flower arrangement.